So these are the reason why Kennedy is so much higher here than Williamson is because his last name is Kennedy. He is a Kennedy. I believe he's Bobby Kennedy's youngest son, I think. So that's why you're seeing 20% here. That's the only reason. He's a Kennedy and he's the anti-Biden vote. This 8% for Williamson over Kennedy, in terms of the reason why that 8% isn't going to Kennedy is because those people likely know about Williamson and they like her and they don't like Biden. So that's why she's getting that 8%. So I would say that 8% is probably a real 8%, at least close to it. Whereas Kennedy's, because it is so high, come on. I don't think it's because they're really excited about his right-wing anti-vax platform. So this is just not, it's not a good situation for Joe Biden. And I just want to get to this. There was this question posed to him during the announcement of the deal here. So reporter says, Mr. President, you said at the beginning the debt ceiling was non-negotiable, but isn't that what you've just done here?
Done here. You guys, look, we're not negotiating the debt ceiling. Here's the deal. They passed the debt ceiling, and they said they'd only do it on condition that it have all these cuts in it. I said, I'm not going to do that. You pass the debt ceiling, period. I'll negotiate with you on the cuts. What you say, what's going to happen, what the budget's going to look like. That's what we are negotiating in order to get to them deciding that they're going to go along with a new debt ceiling.
What? What? Okay, so he's saying that the debt ceiling was non-negotiable in the sense that we were definitely going to pass something regardless, that basically default was not in the cards, was not going to happen. I was against that. But in order to get to that place, you have to as you did. I mean, you don't have to. You could use the 14th Amendment, and that's a whole different discussion here. But if you're going to go down this path of working with the right to ensure that you raise the debt ceiling, then you have to negotiate. Again, the only way that Biden would actually be keeping his word here is if he used the 14th Amendment and just got around this whole discussion because it's so goddamn stupid and just raise the debt ceiling because that's what you are supposed to be allowed to do, regardless of any agreement happening in Congress. Democrats urge Biden to use 14th Amendment powers to avert global economic catastrophe. Senators, including Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, argue in letter that Republicans are not negotiating in good faith. The letter has been circulated among lawmakers at a time when Biden has repeatedly signaled some support to compromise on work requirements, which he did. Democrats are increasingly concerned about what those negotiations could look like and are looking to the 14th Amendment, a U.S. Civil War-era addition to the Constitution, which states that the validity of public debt shall not be questioned. This could potentially allow Biden to override Congress on the grounds that their failure to raise the debt ceiling is unconstitutional. You can guarantee if Bernie Sanders was president, this is what he would be doing.